Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I'm working on my Yamaha Virago here. Go check out, I'm going to have several videos on this, from cleaning out the fuel tanks to taking out the reserve tank, to taking off the fuel pump, to replacing all the hoses, and now I'm doing one sort of on the air filter. In the middle of my hose one, I need to get behind these, and there's one like this on the other side that is just a cover for all the vacuum stuff over there. I'll probably deal with that separately. I've already actually got that taken off, and I can't remember if I did a video on that, but beside the point, the air filter's over on this side, carburetor's here. I need to be able to get to that carburetor and some of the fuel lines hooked to it, because I want to replace all the fuel lines because the fuel went bad in this bike. Anyhow, I got a 5mm Allen head wrench here, and I've already loosened these up because I knew I was going to be messing around behind here. And you'll be tempted, because actually the last guy that did this was the one that kind of tore this up, and then after he did that, I kind of wondered why it was tore up. I was going to replace it and went to kind of mess with it, trying to get this off. And you have to take this whole entire thing off, and there's screws back here so that you can get to the air filter. So don't go trying to pry this off, because it won't come off without breaking. And I got a book that tells me that. So don't lose which bolt goes where, because they are different sizes. Those two Allen head screws out. You come up here and up on the back side of the bike, hopefully you can see this, there's a Phillips screw right here that goes to a hose that kind of basically goes up into the frame here. I don't know how else to do it. I think there's some sort of an air box type thing up in here, but it goes up in there. Loosen that screw up good, or that clamp up good. It's just kind of like a radiator hose almost, but it's for air. And there you go. That pulls that off. Alright, well, a couple things. First, I had to unscrew this one, which actually didn't come out all the way. And then there was another one right here. Right here, and that did come out all the way. Something else, this little thing here came right out of this corner piece here, so be careful if that falls out of there, so you know where it goes back. It's like a little spacer thing to keep you from breaking this piece of plastic when you tighten down the screw there. So anyhow, that allows this cover piece to come off, and you can get to your air filter. Put all the parts and pieces in the cover piece, and that'll hopefully keep you from dropping them on the ground. Alright, and I have actually replaced this since I've owned the bike. I'm probably going to go ahead and, once I get it going, replace it again, but until then I'm not going to worry about it. But basically, appears you just take these screws out here, and it just kind of looks like a half of a filter that goes on there. And I am going to clean this whole bike up when it's all said and done, but until I actually get it running down the road and know it's going to not explode, I'm not worrying about doing any extra work until I have it running. But obviously, pull that off, replace your air filter. Now you know how to replace an air filter. I'm not to the point where I want to put that back on yet. Well, that should give you a pretty good idea on how to change an air filter on a Yamaha Virago. This is Sam, jack of all, master of none. Y'all have a good one.